Hi, my name is Gabriel Hoffman and I'm an integrative nutrition practitioner. I work with foods and a natural pharmacy to help restore the balance to the clients whom I work with. I'm here today with HimalayanSunsalt.com to discuss the benefits of Himalayan salt and how it can help you become a healthier person. This is a topic that I'm very passionate about, being salt, because salt is one of the most controversial issues in Western medicine and nutrition today. To understand why Himalayan salt is so good for your body, we also want to understand why table salt is so the opposite. The problems that people experience with salt and the limitations that we've placed amongst salt in our diet is completely based on the quality of the salt that we take in. Table salt is essentially been stripped of any nutritional value that could possibly be present in it. When salt is originally found, it contains all of the minerals that the body would need to function. By the time you get table salt, all of these properties have been stripped away, and what you're left with is a material that the body finds toxic. In fact, for you to process the salt in your meal, your body must use its own energy and mineral supply just to eliminate that salt. That salt is seen as a problem and toxic and actually breaks down the body's ability to communicate. It can break down nervous system function, brain function, kidney function, and as a result can break down the entire body. This is a far cry from where salt truly is. We are comprised, most people know we're comprised of 75% water, but more specifically we're comprised of 75% salt water. Our body relies on salt to run the entire system. Your brain, your nervous system, all communication through the body is run electrically through your cells through salt. So what does that mean? It means that our body needs salt, but not just any salt. It needs salt that is still in its natural state. That brings us to Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt is found in the Himalayan mountains. 300 million years ago, there was a sea that became the Himalayan mountains. That sea, you may have heard of sea salt, the sea from 300 million years ago is now the Himalayan mountains that we see today. When we mine these mountains, we're left with salt that crystallized from the sea. Very important to understand this. The sea salt you have today is based on the environment we have today. We have a very toxic environment that has been depleted of the natural resources and nutritional values that our environment should contain. So our sea salt is very much depleted. Himalayan salt has been preserved in its crystal state. You may see this Himalayan salt lamp next to me, which is pink. The reason that this lamp is pink, the reason that Himalayan crystal salt is pink, is because it has been untouched by our polluted environment. It has maintained its integrity for 300 million years. That's why I use this with every client that I work with today, and including myself. When you put Himalayan salt into your body, you are able to give yourself every single mineral that your body needs to function properly. And in fact, rather than as table salt will draining your body of energy, Himalayan salt increases your body's energy and vitality. It improves your ability for all of your cells to communicate with each other. And as a result, your body doesn't have to drain itself to process this salt. In fact, it knows what this salt is and is readily able to use it and is excited to use it. Whatever the body does not need, it is very easy to eliminate this salt because this salt has all the components needed to work with it for your body to process it. Himalayan salt can be used in a variety of ways. What you're seeing right here next to me is a Himalayan salt lamp. That means that they actually took a big block of salt, drilled a hole in it, and you're able to put a light bulb in. This lamp, though it looks like just a nice thing to have in your apartment, is actually very healing. This lamp is giving off what we call negative ions. If you can imagine yourself by a beach or by an ocean, and the way that the quality of that air, you may notice that you feel better when you're in that environment. It's because it's giving off negative ions. Negative ions detoxify the body and cleanse the blood. Other benefits of Himalayan salt lamps are that they absorb electromagnetic frequencies. We are surrounded today with wireless networks, computers, cell phones. This lamp covers square footage in the area that it's in and absorbs all those electromagnetic frequencies. It's very powerful to sleep near a lamp like this. People have improved sleeping, reduced anxiety just from being around this salt lamp. So that's one way in which Himalayan salt can help you. Himalayan salt also comes as a cooking salt, a fine powdered salt. You put this on your food. What it does, rather than make your food less healthy for you, which every other salt will do, Himalayan salt increases the nutritional value of your food. Our environment is so depleted by chemicals today that even if you're eating a organic fruit and vegetable diet, you will still be deficient in minerals. Mineral deficiency is epidemic in the planet today and is one of the root causes of every chronic ailment you've ever heard of, including cancer, heart disease, and even depression. So being able to add the minerals back to your food with cooking, by cooking with Himalayan salt, is an incredible health intervention that you can make for yourself. The third way I would like to just quickly mention on using this salt is you can soak blocks of Himalayan salt. Imagine this lamp broke into about 50 pieces. You would soak those salt rocks in water, and what it produces is a solution that we call Soleil. The salt water solution that the salt dissolving into the water creates will set up your body for, when you take this in the morning, 1 teaspoon in the morning actually gives your body all the minerals it will need for a 24-hour period, allowing you to function at an optimal level, or at least whatever optimal is for you today. The communication of every single cell will be upgraded by the incorporation of this salt. And it has even been proven that this salt will lower blood pressure. Most people are fearful of salt raising their blood pressure. It's not salt, it's table salt that will raise your blood pressure. We are made of salt. When you incorporate salt that is still in its natural form, especially from an environment from 300 million years ago, you have now upgraded your health and allowed your body to restore balance across the board, meaning that blood pressure will not go up, it will actually stabilize. So HimalayanSunsalt.com is a website where you can purchase all of these different types of salts. It's also a website that every purchase you make, they plant a tree. It's an incredible company with a lot of integrity and are very involved in supporting today's environment. And I'm very grateful to be here and share this information. So tune into www.himalayansunsalt.com, and we'll see you next time.